let's move on to what everyone's really thinking about.
It is the countdown to Super Bowl 50.
Super Bowl showtime. The big game just 3 days away. Super Bowl 50 will feature a quarterback matchup of epic proportions.
Super Bowl! Yeah! You know what I love most about the Super Bowl is the build-up. The stakes are so high. Normal games, they're just like, these guys are going to play, those guys are going to play. For the Super Bowl, they're like, let me tell you who this player is. He's from this county. His cousin is struggling with dyslexia. This is happening in his family. They build everything up so much that by the time the game comes, you're like, run for your family! Run! I'm super excited about this year's game, too, because the Denver Broncos, they led by Peyton Manning. He's a legend, right? Throwing the ball, legend. And the Carolina Panthers, they led by Cam Newton. And I've been following football for a long, long time, right? And I've also been following what Americans call football for a while now. And I love it. I really do. I love it. And what makes this match so exciting is that these guys couldn't be more different on the field. You know, Peyton Manning, he's unflappable, he's precise, he's all business. Cam Newton, he's energetic, he's unpredictable, he's fun. This is the matchup we dream of. Contrasting style, two of the best worlds colliding. Except the media seems to be highlighting it in a different way.
Panthers quarterback Cam Newton, lightning fast on the field, and a bit of a lightning rod for critics as well.
Controversial for the way he celebrates in the end zone.
The end zone dabbing, Superman impersonating quarterback.
Manning, 39, is the most prolific passer the game has ever seen. On the sideline, Manning never takes his eyes away from the printouts and looks like he's constantly cramming for the SATs. Newton is demonstrative and hyper-emotional, smiling and soaking in every moment like the most rambunctious kid on the playground.
What? Cam Newton doesn't study? That's bullshit. No. First of all, the only reason Cam is dancing is because he's having a good time. And the reason Peyton Manning is sitting on the bench whenever he gets a chance is because he's the oldest quarterback to ever start a Super Bowl. After 20 years of football, your spine is basically Jenga blocks. Every time he moves, there's a 40% chance he'll break his neck. In fact, in fact, if you zoom in on what he's actually studying, if we zoom in there, yeah, I thought so. Cam Newton doesn't study. How can you say Cam Newton doesn't study just because sometimes you see him dancing? John Travolta danced all the time, and he's a scientist, people. Come on. Cam Newton studies all the time. There he is, he's studying. You just chose to not show it because of the story you're trying to tell. And you can do anything with one photo. I can do that as well. Oh, look at that. As you can see, Cam Newton studies all the time. Look at that. Peyton Manning, though, he seems to be constantly cramming pizza into his face hole. Between the Jenga spine and this pizza, Sunday is going to be a hell of a matchup. I mean, let's face it, people. Let's face it. We all know what's really going on here. And so does Cam Newton. Because he studies.
Why do you think that you're judged? Why do you think you become more of a lightning rod than other athletes?
You know, I'm an African-American quarterback that may scare a lot of people because they haven't seen nothing that they can compare me to. I'm doing exactly what I want to do, how I want to do it. And when I look in the mirror, it's me.
That's deep. That is deep. I mean that's pretty much what everyone sees when they look in the mirror. You see yourself. That's why they call them mirrors. But I feel you, though. I feel you. That's what I'm saying. I feel you. This is about race. And you know what I love about all the race conversations we have in society? People always say it's not about race.
His comments lighting up the internet. Some claiming hypocrisy. That end zone dances of white quarterbacks are celebrated, not maligned. While others saying of Newton, a pre-rehearsed dance is never classy regardless of race.
Ah, Twitter. As always, your calming words soothe the wounds of discord. That is such bull. Look, American football is amazing, but it's not classy. That's why we love it. It's a bunch of guys smashing into each other and then slapping their asses. That's the game. No one's throwing the ball with the pinky up or apologizing for getting in the way, right? This over here, this is football. This is football, not this, right? That's wine. That's not part of the game. That's classy. Cam Newton is right. Everyone celebrates after a touchdown. You know, when I was growing up in South Africa, I didn't even know what American football is, but I knew this. I knew this thing. I knew this. I was just like, that's what you do. That's what you do. That's what you do. I did that to dodge the police. I did that all the time. I mean, everyone celebrates. Aaron Rodgers even has a commercial where he's doing this. He's doing this. How is that classy? It's not supposed to be classy because it's fun. And look, I know there are differences, but there's nothing wrong with that. Black people and white people just celebrate a little differently. I mean, remember when that white guy became the first person to ever win Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Yeah, he celebrated like this.
He's won $1 million.
Yeah. Okay. John seems mildly pleased to have just won $1 million. Now, check out this black celebration.
You are not the father.
Son, woo! I don't have a son. And no, you don't have a father. No one ever thinks of it from that point of view, do they? No one ever thinks that there's a kid. I mean, people like, come on, what's the difference between this and this? It's just the angle of the arm. That's all it is. That's all it is. And look, I'm half black, half white. So I feel like I'm in a position to talk to both sides here. Black people. I'm going to talk to the white people first because they're not used to waiting. White people, relax. You've just got to understand, after a few hundred tough years, black people want to celebrate when they win. They're not trying to ruin the game. They're just trying to have a good time. So relax. And they're not going to steal the quarterback position from you. It's yours. All right, black people, thanks for waiting. We're taking that quarterback position, baby!